You shouldn't have been surprised that I had Villanova last night. After all, I did choose the Wildcats as my team to win it all when I posted my bracket here at the site weeks ago. And I did have Villanova as a top-rated 15-dime best bet against West Virginia, against Texas Tech, against Kansas. The only way I wasn't taking Villanova last night is if the bus took a wrong turn and ended up in Austin instead of San Antonio. You know, it's an interesting thing. You look at that Villanova team last night, and I've touched on this subject throughout the dance and throughout the regular season as well. If you take a team, let's say Duke, let's say Kentucky, and you were to take some of the blue bloods that Coach Cal and Coach K have on their teams, the one-and-done teams, and you stack some of those players up against the guys that Jay Wright has, and this is not to denigrate the Jalen Brunsons or the Mikal Bridges or anything like that, you would have to say that on paper, some of those guys on Duke and Kentucky are far superior. But that's the difference between a team that has played together for 3 years, sometimes 4, versus these one-and-done teams in this era. And you see that chemistry and that experience, how it pays off. Because Jay Wright simply doesn't go out and recruit the one-and-done player. It probably leaves him with a lot less gray hair, a lot less pressure, because Villanova is a team, like so many other schools out there, that instead invests in the team, the guys that are going to become part of the program for at least 2 years, hopefully 3. And if they get 4, that's a bonus. Just a different coaching philosophy. It doesn't make one better than another, but I think that when it comes to tournament time, those teams that have the experience, like I posted in my analysis yesterday, Villanova had 6 guys on their team that had championship rings from 2 years ago, and you can't top that experience. So just about every single guy here, I think everybody had Villanova last night. Of course, Chris Jordan did. Another triple-year wager winner. Just a phenomenal tournament for him, a phenomenal college basketball season, a phenomenal run for a guy who has made $1 bettors a little over $73,000 over the past 493 days. That's the long-term run. Over the past 17 days, he's made those $1 bettors a little over $17,790. And today, top-rated 1,000-star season-opening 4-run mismatch of the year. It goes on the night card. That is his best bet release. And once again, just like all those basketball winners, you get it for the half price play of the day by using coupon code, I forgot what it was. Oh, it's the word half, H-A-L-F. Keep in mind, $1 bettors have made a little over $177,000 with his plays, rated 1,000 stars or better since the 2006 season. That's not a bad return, a little better than the stock market, although I'm sure that, I don't know, maybe our president doesn't like Chris Jordan, and tomorrow he'll tweet something about Chris Jordan and end the winning streak. I'm not sure. Maybe he doesn't like Chris Jordan any more than he likes Amazon. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. Okay, let's move on. You can get all your other discounts and coupon codes over on the homepage. Man, what a wild, volatile market it has been since January 26th when the market hit its season high. Anymore with the market, it's, gambling is so much more of a sure thing, because at least when we gamble on a game, it's a 50-50 proposition. Anymore in the market, it's not a 50-50 proposition because of the extenuating circumstances, all the external factors. It's akin to betting on a game in basketball and finding out midway through the game that the floor is uneven, the ball is no longer round. Seriously, that's what it's like. Listen, I don't care. The president is the president. We are going to live with it, whether you like him or not. It's inconsequential. But, you have market factors with the tariffs, with the consumer indexes, with the rate hikes that are going to affect the market in one way or another. You have various reports that affect it as well. But, when tweets come out and you attack companies, well, that's, again, akin to making the ball no longer round and the floor no longer flat. And, boy, when you think about what it does to the NASDAQ and how it affects stocks, I'll give you an example. I'm heavily weighted in the gambling sector with positions in MGM, Wynn, and Las Vegas Sands, Macau. These are where these companies make their money. Macau had a phenomenal month of March, great earnings, surpassed last March. These stocks should have had great pops yesterday. Can't. They're part of the NASDAQ. And when Amazon is down, when Facebook is down, when Apple's down, the FANG stocks are down, damn. You know, if you're part of the NASDAQ group, you are just dragged down as well. It's a good thing I won with Villanova last night. Let's get to your complimentary play. Today, I'm going to go, well, it's an interesting game. Let's talk about it. It's Indiana and Denver. Now, Denver is a 3.5-point favorite. Both of these teams are in interesting playoff hunts. For Denver, they're fighting for their playoff lives because right now they are one game behind New Orleans for the 8th spot in the Western Conference. Meanwhile, you've got a Pacers team that is 5th in the East, one game behind Cleveland in 3rd place, right? And they're 1/2 game behind Philadelphia in 4th place. The Sixers are. 5 games left to play for the Pacers. The 76ers have 1 game in hand. You've got Philadelphia that's won 10 in a row. You've got the Cavaliers that have won 8 out of 10. You have the Pacers that have won 5 straight, but the Pacers do have the tiebreaker against both of these teams. Now, the Pacers are coming off a big win at Los Angeles against the Clippers. Their 3rd straight on the road trip that concludes tonight in Denver, in which they rallied from 16 down in the second quarter. You have a Denver team that's coming off back-to-back overtime wins. The most recent one coming on 2 nights ago at home against Milwaukee. Never thought they'd come back in that one. They were a 5.5-point favorite. They were down by 8 in the final 3 minutes. They rallied to force overtime. They won that game 128-125. They are playing without their second leading scorer, Gary Harris, who is going to miss his 9th straight game tonight. But they've been getting great contributions. And by the way, Wilson Chandler is also questionable tonight because of a nasal fracture as well. But Nikola Jokic has just been playing great. And Paul Millsap as well. He missed like 40-some games earlier. But right now, those two have averaged almost 45 points, 19 rebounds, and 9 assists the past 6 games. So they've compensated with Harris out. Victor Oladipo, though, has just been lights out here for the Pacers. He had 30 points, 12 assists, 5 steals, 4 rebounds in their win against the Clippers on Sunday. Miles Turner had 24 points. First time and only time these two met, December 10th in Indianapolis. The Pacers rallied in that game in the final couple of minutes to win it in overtime, 126-112. But God, I hate his last name. Jokic did not play in that game. Millsap was out as well. They did have Gary Harris. This one I think is going to be a high-scoring, entertaining affair. But I'll tell you what, the Pacers as a team are playing better, so I'm going to ride Indiana and grab the points in this one. Not in love with the play, but I do like Indiana. That's going to be your complimentary play, and that'll do it. I wish you